and growing despite all the challenges, despite all of the naysayers, despite all of the things that could have gone wrong. And we've gone on to have incredible success stories, some of whom you'll hear later on tonight. But none of this would have been possible without you. That said, I want to give a huge round of applause to the person who allows all of us to be here, Mr. Frank Swan.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay. We started with a little rocky, but I'm happy that we are moving on the right path. Everybody's here. I see a lot of my kids, my parents, our distinguished guests all here. So, dear friends, distinguished guests, welcome to NYMA Academy annual celebration. It's my pleasure to share with you the historical accomplishment of our organization. 7 years ago, back in 2010, we dreamed of creating an affordable after-school program that will focus on math and science enrichment for New York City low-income families. Back then in 2010 as well, we started a program very small with 5 kids. There should be, most of them are here today. In 2012, with the help of friends like Mr. Lazare Nguessan, a veteran math teacher in the New York City school system, we opened a private facility here in Harlem on 136th Street. Since then, we have served and impacted more than 600 students in this community. Dear friends, despite many efforts from government agencies and other agencies, current data show that still 80% of kids in our community still fail the New York State exam and the ELA. NYMA was founded to address this dire issue. Every day, we have no sleep. With my team, we work very hard to support these kids that come to our program. But all this success can be possible without support of our parents, dedication from our instructors, and also support from a man that is sitting here, Dr. Kutri Boateng with the West Harlem Development Corporation, with their generous support since 2014. We've been able to attract and hire and retain instructors that have been with us since then. We've also been able to keep some kids in our program the longest time, developing them to have the ability that they need to succeed in life. Today, all the kids, or most of the kids that are enrolled in our program are now passing the New York State exam and the ELA at the rate of more than 89%. Tonight, I'm not going to be too long. We are going to showcase some of the work that we do at NYMA. Our scholars in a few minutes are going to demonstrate some of their strength and some of what we believe at NYMA. At NYMA, we believe that all kids need to be proficient in math, in ELA, in all subjects before they move to the next grade. And that's what we do. As we continue to provide our students with a rigorous, engaging, and timely curriculum, our objective as a whole is that they become independent learners, lifelong learners, and productive members of our community. Dear friends, dear supporters, we value your commitment and we value your support, and we honor your presence here tonight to support this program. I'm going to start here and announce that now we have the Manhattan Borough President, Honorable Gabe Brewer, who just entered the room and will succeed me in addressing the crowd. So I want you to give her a big round of applause.
To be here today, and I want to thank Francis Inzi, and I want to thank him for being part of our African Task Force. Thank you very, very much. It's really important to be part of the New York Math Academy, and I want to thank everyone who makes it possible, all the friends, the parents, and the grandparents. But we're here today for the students, and you've done a lot of hard work to achieve what you have. It's paying off, because I know that 90% passed the state math test. That's quite a feat, better than every other school student in the city of New York. And for somebody who had to get tutored in math, because I was terrible, I want to congratulate you in particular, but know that it will help you in years to come in ways that you have no idea. I know that when you excel in math, you're learning much more than how to add up numbers. You're learning how to think. And it's not about who can calculate the fastest. It's not about just memorizing facts and algorithms. It's learning how to think. So what I did, because I'm very neurotic about getting information, I have a friend, we grew up together. She was just given the Best Math Teacher Award for the state of California. And she graduated top of her class at Harvard. It was called Radcliffe then, years ago. And they're probably the luckiest students in the world to have her as a math teacher. So I called her. I said, I have the privilege of talking to math students. What the hell should I say? And she said, to make you feel better, because it's even more impressive what you have accomplished. She said that, you know, teaching math, this is from the best math teacher, perhaps in the United States, I have to say. When we were growing up, we had illegal motorcycles, so she's very cool. She said, teaching math is not about memorizing facts and algorithms, like I said. It's a gateway to developing strong critical thinking skills and being able to explain and justify why your process makes sense. She says students of all ages need time to collaborate together to discover how to solve challenging problems. It takes time, but she says something really interesting based on videos that she's done, which is that when you make a mistake, your brain gets bigger and you get smarter. And in math, when you make a mistake, you then become smarter. So people who work and develop skills in math, the more mistakes they make, this helped me feel better, the more mistakes they make, the smarter they become. And that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. And I think that people in math believe they have potential, and the more you believe you have potential, your brain gets bigger and you get smarter, because it's that kind of attitude that gives you the skills, and it is factually true that you then know you have unlimited potential, and you do, and math helps you do that. So it's the more you mess up, the more you learn, and the more your brain grows. That, to me, is a perfect math student. And your brain can take it. Your brain wants to have those mistakes because it wants to expand. So for me to have somebody tell me that, who's the greatest math teacher, made me feel better. And I think it's not about speed. She said it's about, and it's not just about who can calculate. It's about listening to other ideas and honoring the many ways to solve the same problem. No one way is the right way. And that's what you learn as math students. If it makes sense to you, use it. And so all you need to be a great math student is a growth mindset and confidence, because it is okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn, and that's how you become even smarter. So I am so impressed and so honored to be here today, because to be with people who are so, as my friend Michelle said, part of a mindset that it makes sense to be the one who expands his or her brain. That is the way in which you learn and you become a better student, not just for the foreseeable future, but for your entire life. So it is so exciting. And it's exciting because you're New Yorkers, and you're going to make New York greater. We already have 150 languages in the city. We have 3 million residents who were born outside of the United States in New York City. 120,000 of them are African immigrants. And we have this wonderful group of people. Yesterday we met with some of the consulates, the consul generals who represent Africa at the United Nations, thanks to Alison Diop, who's here today from our office. And we know that the issues that they're challenged with are real, but we know that everybody in this room can solve them. And it's because of the work that you're doing here at the Math Institute. I know it took a lot of work to put this together. And I want to thank you, because very few people can say that they're making a difference. They can talk about it, they can BS about it, but very few people actually make a difference. I want to congratulate you. Yes. You're making a difference. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having me, guys. And first, I just wanted to say it's been very fun to be here, and I've gotten to speak with some of the students and have fun and have some food, which is great. First, I want to thank Francois for this opportunity to speak to you all today. It has been a wonderful 3 years of working with Mr. Francois and the rest of his team, like Mrs. K. I feel like I've learned a lot from working here at New York Math Academy. I'm pretty sure most of the students here feel pretty similar. I mean, like she said, the community has risen to 98%? Was it 98%? So that's great, and I wanted you guys to know what I wanted to tell you guys is I wanted you guys to know that you all can become who you want to be, and to follow your dreams and never give up. You know, I know you probably have heard this from so many people, from your teachers, your uncles, your aunts, your mother. You know, it's probably a little bit boring after hearing it from so many different people. But since, you know, I'm a kid, you know, I'm young, we're all young, and we all come to New York Math Academy to learn and grow, maybe we'll have like another level of impact. Hopefully this is some advice that can stick with you for the rest of your life, you know. Something that you can remember, you know, as you grow up. Follow your dreams and never give up. That one kid from New York Math Academy, I forgot his name, whatever, he told me to never give up, you know. I mean, that advice is what got me to where I am today, and it's my drive to continue on my path and to never give up, and no matter what kind of road bumps might appear in the road. Perhaps you guys will use this to rise up against the competition and remember to believe in yourself, and also use the knowledge that you learned here at the NYMA to succeed in life. You can remember to never give up from the smallest situations, like that one hard question on a pop quiz, to something even bigger, like one school that you have your mind set to, like, oh, I really want to get into Yale, and you know, while you're writing the letter and you just don't know what to write, just think, never give up, you know, just, I can do this, and write it down. So basically, hopefully I've not bored you. So what's the key, guys? Never give up. So in addition to all that boring growing up stuff, I'd like to tell you about one of the latest projects that I did. It's called Wonderstruck, and it's an adaptation from a book by Brian Selznick called Wonderstruck. He's written some other books called The Invention of Hugo Cabaret, which was also adapted into a film called Hugo by Martin Scorsese. And Wonderstruck, you probably heard of the book, but Wonderstruck is basically a book. Wonderstruck is about two deaf children from two different time periods Wonderstruck is a film about two deaf children from two different time periods who make their way to New York City, and it follows their adventures as they find their place in society. The character I play is Jamie. His parents are divorced, and he lives in the 1970s. Not like us, but like us, he lives here in New York City. Since his divorce, he spends his summer with his father, and his father works at the American Museum of Natural History, where he runs around and gets into a lot of trouble. But he meets a young deaf boy named Ben, and he helps him with in his journey to find who he is, and help him find what to do, how to survive, what to do in New York City, a place he's never been to. So in the film I learned ASL because I'm so glad to say this, but the film hired 8 deaf actors. So a lot of deaf actors were in the film and got to participate, and so I decided to learn sign language to be able to communicate with them. And sign language is a really cool language, and it's actually surprisingly easy to learn. So yeah, stay tuned for Wonderstruck. It's coming out this October to theaters. And if you guys are interested in the book, I am leaving a copy at the center on 136th Street for you guys to read. And so if you want to read it, it's there. I'll leave it with Mr. Francois and Mr. Kay. Thank you.
Michael is a young artist. So as in this case, he's been homeschooled in our program since 2014. He's very busy. He has 2 films now, I believe, right?
And there's an anime TV show coming out July 26th. And
the first one featured or premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival was Cassidy. And the second one premiered at the Cannes Festival last spring was Wonderstruck, that I was talking about. It's a rising young actor at NYMA Academy. Some of the kids don't know him, but because he comes in the morning, most of them come in the afternoon. He's been featured in some of the commercials. So if you watch commercials, I don't watch TV, but you'll somewhere in some of the commercials. So thank you again.
My name is Tijan Diallo. I started coming to NYMA in 2012. Like a lot of you, I didn't come there because I was a straight-A student. I came there because I just started high school as a young adult. I was failing 2 classes and my mom was very, very angry. I kept telling her every week, Mom, I promise I'll pick those grades up, I promise, but she decided to go out on her own and find help for me. And by the grace of God, she ran into Mr. Francois. And I can honestly say going to NYMA was the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I went to high school at Brooklyn Tech, which is a very rigorous school, and just doing the workload was excessive. I thought leaving middle school, oh, I'm a smart kid, I had all 90s in middle school, I could do the same thing and finish. But no, it was not like that. I realized I had to study much harder. I need to spend more time reviewing my homework. Everything was just a lot more difficult than it was in middle school. Mr. Francois taught me how to organize my time, how to make sure that I was finishing all my homework, and he helped me learn new techniques to help me in school. But more than just helping me with school, Mr. Francois just helped me be a better person. He motivated me in ways that even my own parents couldn't motivate me. I wanted to go to school and do well just so I can come back to him all the time and tell him, hey, Mr. Francois, I got an A on that test. I got a 90 on that test. I could see how hard he worked along with other tutors so that I could do well. So I wanted to reciprocate all the hard work he was giving to me. And thank God, I just finished high school, let's say 2 years ago. I graduated from Brooklyn Tech, and I started going to Pace University. I just finished my first 2 semesters in May. And Pace University is a $60,000 a year school, and thanks to my parents and Mr. Francois, my parents had to pay exactly $0. At this point in my life, I can definitely say that Mr. Francois is much more than a tutor to me. He's more of like a family member. Even from time to time, even though I've graduated from the program, he'll call me, text me, tell me, TJ, I hope you're doing your work. When you get your grades, let me know how you're doing. Make sure you're keeping up with everything. So, just in short, NYMA isn't just a tutoring center. If you really go to NYMA and you put in the work, NYMA becomes a family. Miss Kay, Mia, I know Mr. Francois, I know I'm missing a lot of people, Sean helping me with physics, but if you put in the work and you come every day, then you'll definitely understand why it's important. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, I'm Kylie. I've been here since I think 2012, 2013. This is like my 10th grade year in high school. I came to the center. I was actually with Mr. Gates over here and Mr. Francois. When I came to the center, I was like a mess. Like high school was not good for me. I kind of was like one of those kids that just went to school, didn't really, care about it. But then, I realized that, wait, I want to go to college. I actually have to do good in order to get in. So when I got here, math was not my strong subject. Everything else was fine, but math was not doing it for me. So when I got there, I had Francois and Mr. Gates help me, overcome my math problems. They helped me with a lot. And after I graduated high school, I went on to BMCC. I graduated BMCC in June, that just passed now, and now I'm entering St. John. So it's been a really long journey for me. To be honest, I didn't think I would make it here, but with the help of Francois and the tutoring center and everyone here, Ms. K, even the kids that I used to go to tutoring with, I see all of you guys and I'm like, wow, y'all grew up. Like, time flew by, and it's like, it's amazing, because without the tutoring center, I don't think I would be able to be here. Like, I wouldn't have understood the value of school and actually, overcoming issues that I had and everything, and just understanding that school is important, and it really is. And even I always tell people it doesn't matter where you start, but it matters where you finish. Like, I started at a 2-year school. I did pay for my 2-year education. Now I'm going on to St. John. Yeah, I might have to take a little loans, but that's okay. Everybody has loans. But it's good. So I just want to say that, like TJ said, here NYMA Coach is not just a center. It's really family. Like, we really care. Everyone helps everyone, not just Francois and tutors. Like, we would, you would have your peers that help you out too. They sit there with you. If we understand it, we'll help you out. There's sometimes I had kids come to me with math problems, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. And I ask Francois, how you do this? I can help them out.
I'd like to say that without him, I don't know where I would be. I was going to KIPP High School and KIPP Star, and when I was there, I didn't really have a strong work ethic. I didn't really want to do my work, always getting in trouble in school. And when he came, he told my mom that he wanted to help me out, and he wanted me to grow as a person, and he wanted me to be more educated, because in this world today, us being a minority, we don't really have a lot of opportunities. So he wanted to open up opportunity for us, as African children and other people also. And I would like to thank him for that. I would like to say that I graduated from KIPP High School, and I strengthened my work ethic, and I attended BMCC as well as Carly here. I graduated in 2016, and I'm currently attending SUNY Plattsburgh. I'm a senior, and all I want to say is that just make sure that you're always working hard, always do your work, and make sure when your parents are talking to you, you take their advice, because it's not a joke in college. I don't want to stay here too long, so all I'm going to say is do not procrastinate. Make sure you always manage your time, because time is not a thing to waste at all. So just keep, be aware of your time, and just always be willing to help out others, like how Francois and NYMA has helped me, and just be a positive role model in life. That's all I'm going to say.
Came to NYMA 2013. I studied at the GD program, and then I done my GD in 2015. I went to the LaGuardia Community College. I did it 1 year and a half, and I transferred to the University of Kansas Lawrence. This is skills and engineering. And here at the library. I can say something to my community. Whatever we can do in the city, but we have to keep going to school. That's the one thing we can solve our problem, because our families here, the kids have always problems here. Every time we see them, discover drugs, anything. I spend most of my time with my friends here. I know what they are doing. I keep myself like to not do not share my time for them, because they do not know what they're doing. I cannot. That's all I can say.
Hi guys. Hi. I don't really like speaking in front of crowds, but thanks to Francois, I'm going to be a senior at Lehman College. I'm going to graduate this year. I really struggle at math, like I'm horrible at math. And there were times when he would come to my house before the center was open, and I hated when he would come. And I would go to bed, and he would always push me and push me and push me, and thanks to him, I'm going to make it with my bachelor's.
Okay, this is for Carly Eugene.
And then for Abubakar Diakite.
Abubakar Diakite.
And next award is for Mohammed Hussein.
Mohammed Hussein.
The next one is for Layla. And our final is the teacher.
Christopher, we gave him a challenge to find the height of this building using proportion. And he did it wonderfully. It's on video, we can't show it. I'm very sorry. Bobakar Jeju, the challenge is to find the air time that a basketball player needs to dunk a basketball in a dunk contest. Using, what's the equation that you use again? Quadratic equation. So you have to solve a quadratic equation to find how long the basketball player needs to stay in the air to dunk the basketball. Over a 6-foot person, again, is that and that. And they did that very well. We can show it.
Good evening, everyone. That was a little weak. I know it's the evening. Let's try that again. Good evening, everyone. Much better. My name is Ibrahima Soare. I've been given this opportunity to give some brief remarks for the successful academic year of the young scholars of NYMA, New York Math Academy. So before anything else, I would be remiss if I did not recognize two individuals. First and foremost, it being Mr. Mamadou Niang and Mr. Francois for extending an invitation to me for this evening to participate in this celebration. So thank you. Now, originally, when they had extended the invitation, I thought I was going to be part of the general attendees. But I was, to my surprise, that invitation extended to be a speaker. So, but nonetheless, I'm grateful and thank you. Now, as mentioned, my remarks are going to be brief. And there's sort of three things that I want to be able to cover for today. Right? The first thing really being NYMA, the New York Math Academy, which I recently really became aware of. And upon my discovery, there were really a couple things that really stood out to me. First and foremost, it being their approach to fostering not only the students and tutors to improve the math competency of students, but their recognition that parents play a huge role in terms of shaping or being part of the educational journey of their children. That really stood out to me. For me, the other aspect of the Math Academy that really stood out to me was their location, right? Being right here in Harlem, right? And one thing about Harlem is that it is a community that is predominantly what? People of color. And as you can see in the crowd, folks that are direct immigrants or the first generation of immigrant parents. That really spoke volume to me of their mission of not only identifying a problem, but really being a part of the solution, right? And in terms of results, this is what some information I came upon. It seems like it has even risen up. In terms of results, from K through 12, in terms of students being able to advance to the next grade level, I think it's about 99% success rate of all students who have actually participated in NYMA's program. Secondly, in terms of their success rate in students, again, who have participated in NYMA and successfully passing New York State's Regents exam. Again, I had 87%, now it's even higher at close to 90% as well. So really, it's thrilling and assuring to see the success of this organization in a matter of, 5 years.
Award to the West Harlem Development Corporation and Dr. Steve Wilson.
Woman who came up and shared herself with us and gave us such inspiration. Manhattan Borough President, who is also the
Constituents Service and Immigration Liaison as the Borough President will accept the award.
And also, we'll give him a round of applause. There is something that I remember a long time ago when I was young, because there was the International Festival of Art that was organized in Senegal. They took some kids from some school to meet the American delegation. I was part of them, but among the delegation, somebody was asking us to come to America.
Next for, sorry, this is what happens when you don't grow past the fifth grade. Next we have awards for community partners, the businesses, the people who have really helped us stay alive and communicate with you all and bring you wonderful things such as the refreshments tonight and at our parent meeting, and have really stepped up and helped us as community businesses and as individuals, because as you know, we wouldn't be anywhere without our community. So the first community business award we'd like to present is to Ponte Bistro. Thank you for some of the wonderful refreshments tonight. And Chef Cisse was here, but he had to leave. So we are presenting this award to his daughters, Nancy and myself.
Undeserved surprise that was ever attended to me. I really don't know how much I have invested in this institution that makes it, this wonderful gift for me today. But, as a parent and as a fellow Harlemite, and also as a brother from West Africa, having been here longer than you have, with a contingent actually of other fellow Africans who've been trying to engineer our society for so long. Seeing you doing what you're doing for me was so refreshing. I am so emotional today, to be honest with you. Because when I saw this guy introduced me by my wife, who told me that there is a gem right here around the corner that we have to take a look at. And when I saw this, this is like social engineering 101. This wonderful institution, and call it STEM, and trying to actually empower these young West Africans in math.
And Chris Marlin, he's not here, but congratulations to Chris Marlin in her absence. Okay. The next is our most improved students in math, so those who have improved in math. Nafi Cisse. Alem Adamadi, his okay, so we're going to hold this for Alem. Chance Dillard. Congratulations. Okay. Alicia Fletcher. Papa Dilla. The next award goes to our most artistic student, and this young man has spent his time crafting bracelets, making cards, making birthday balloons, all kinds of things for each of the tutors to show how much he loves us. Mr. Papa. And another very artistic student who constantly draws pictures. I have things in my wallet from her. Miss Sarah Maharo. And another artistic student who is stingy with her art, Haja Diallo. She never lets me see it. And Mr. Bubakar Barry, who is not here. One of your brothers, come up. Brothers, come get his award for him.
Okay, guys.
Vous l'avez découvert ici. Que vous avez découvert Ivoire TV. Ivoire TV.